Saints Row 2. We're doing the activities. The Escort at the red light area. AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, the Escort, especially in this area, is one of the first activities that we will get done when we start a game of Saints Row 2. Not sure after this how many more times we'll be playing Saints Row 2, but anytime when we're doing the Escort or a
Hello,
game.
mon ami. What can Sykes do for you?
You know what the overhead for running a gang is? I've got to get some money rolling in.
Charity is not a favorite virtue of Sykes. Perhaps, though, Sykes can interest you in some work?
Keep talking.
Naturally, as Sykes is currently under investigation by the Stillwater PD, this is, of course, hypothetical. But if there was a car out front containing a loose woman, and if you were to provide an environment where said woman could entertain lustful individuals, all while maintaining their privacy, Sykes might be able to pay you in cash or in trade.
Cash is good.
Looks like we have ourselves a partnership, no?
Partnership nothing, I'm just driving around your halls.
Okay, so when we're doing a game of Saints Row 2, said it a million times, these activities are awesome. You know, there are a few where I just can't perceive doing outside of co-op, like the trailblazing is one of them. Just, I don't know. It just seems a lot easier in co-op. Now, as far as the Escort goes, the reason why this particular Escort is one of the first ones that we will do is it unlocks the homie being your car delivery system, letting your homie deliver a car to you. Okay, and like all the activities, the first few levels are real fast, but like when we start a fresh game of Saints Row 2, the red light escort's one of the first activities, and then the insurance fraud, because that will unlock your infinite sprint. And then we'll go over and do the fuzz in the projects, because that'll get to your pistols. And then the Septic Avenger over in the suburb area, because it increases your accuracy. So those are the first activities that we will tackle when we start a fresh game, and all the activities are done before we even get into rolling the missions. So like when we start a fresh game of Saints, you know, we'll do the first 2-3 missions where you go get breaking out of jail, and you get over to Stillwater, and then you go break Johnny out, and then
destroy that
you go take over the mission. And then from that point on, we stop, and then we do all the activities.
She's getting tired.
You know,
we need more.
Like
Help me cover my face.
We need to do any of the collectibles and racing and the other activities. Just all good stuff. Like I mentioned, you know, this game gives you everything you need, plus extra too, as far as you know. For instance, if you do the downtown snatch, you know, you'll get dual SMGs and then infinite ammo, you know, which means you don't have to buy none of that stuff, you know, so that goes without saying. That's pretty awesome, and you make money for doing the activities. So the game gives you everything you need to, what it would seem like cheats, but it's not. It's just you know, doing all the activities that unlocks all the goodies, so it makes a big difference. Okay, but the thing is that a lot of these activities, when you get in the upper levels, are no pushovers, and this Escort being one of them. These vans and the private investigator and the IRS or whatever, they drive just as fast as you, and it can be quite the chore. Okay, now what's happening inside the car, obviously we can't see, which is my buddy Demented Priest. He has to pleasure the females. Now, if you ever done the hoe ringing, I was told it's kind of the same way. You know, using you get these red rings and you use your right and left stick, and you follow the prompts as they come up. But as you're going through the levels right there, you
These
saw
guys
where we had to
have
take her
no
to
idea
the
who they're
brothel.
dealing with.
The pleasure meter stops, so until you get to the brothel, you basically have to drive. So the escort's more about your driving, and then if you were doing this in single player, obviously it's all about you driving and then following the prompts as they come up.
Oh, this
So
is
the
a
pleasure
little awkward,
meter
huh?
will go
I
up,
brought
and
you
then
some
they'll
of
be
Mr.
like,
Logan's clothes.
she want you to do some traffic stunts, power slides, going fast,
What are they doing
whatever
here?
happening, and then obviously you need to avoid the vans the best as possible.
So,
And then what'll happen is sometimes you'll get a private investigator that kind of all up in your shit. And then what we'll do is, even though the footage meter will go up some, we'll let the private investigator get right on our bumper, and then demented priest will shoot him. Now you don't want to be just like doing drive-bys as far as shooting outside the windows, because then the pleasure meter will just go way down. Right here, this guy's hard to shake, so it's just easier to take a little bit of the pleasure meter away and just get him down, and then get back to the driving. And there will be a few times where they want a target taken out, and I'll just let my buddy, I'm like, all right, I'm just driving, you do all the other stuff. And a lot of times I'll actually need his help to I'll be so focused on driving, I'm not really paying attention until the prompts that come up. He'll be like, oh, we got to do a power slide, or we need to get to the brothel, or get some fast food, or whatever, like right there, we got to kill a target.
Well, there go my chances of making assistant VP this year.
Okay, that option works as well.
Who the hell tipped them off about this? My company owns this city. Those pictures will never see the light of day. It seems a lot cooler when Dane does it. You just earned yourself a
It's
visit from the
definitely
Masako team.
something, you'd be like,
Do
how
not
can
let them
these
get close
vans
enough to
keep
get a
up
clear
with
shot
you?
of me.
And obviously they don't really care about the rules of the
Mr.
roadway,
Vogel,
just like
I didn't
you.
see you there.
Anything and
I love
everything
you
is fair,
again,
so
Vogel.
it's like sometimes it can be a little
So
tough
we'll
to
put it on
shake.
our doorstep, okay?
And I'm not gonna say that we haven't failed it sometimes. We have. A lot of times the footage will just get up there so high, you're not going to shake it, so we'll just let it fail and just start again. If you see us like starting right at there at the red light
make a lot
district,
of money
most
doing
likely
this?
that we failed
I
or
need a
just
second
restarted
job.
the
My parents are gonna
again.
see that picture. Let me move my leg over. Let's get a little rough. How did they find us? Destroy that film. Come on.
All right, so the pleasure meter is stopped until you get enough damage points here. Usually a couple of collisions will get that done.
Orgasms are better with concussions. Help me cover my face. Lose him! You want to tie me up? That's the TA that slept with me and never called me back. My parents are gonna see that picture. They got what was coming to them.
Again, I'll let my buddy Mr. Priest do that. You don't want to have both you guys popping out rounds outside the window. Your pleasure meter will go down real
Go,
fast.
go, go! Destroy that film.
course,
Help me
doing
cover my
stuff like that
face.
will definitely not help evade the vans.
Maybe. You're gonna have to be rougher than that. We got a frat house we need to perform at. How did they find us?
I wonder how long...
Best $100 I ever made.
So as soon as we hit the marker, Demented
Lose 'em.
Priest is quick on those sticks to get that pleasure back up.
Don't ever stop. Same time next week?
Okay, so whenever possible, I like to stay to the 4-lane roads. I mean, there's no, you're always going to come across the vans that got a block, a roadblock happening.
How long have you been a horse?
I've noticed that, like, when the vans have got a roadblock going, they actually
Just
charge
like they
towards
do it
the
in the home.
middle vans,
Those cameras
and
aren't helping
a lot
the
of the time
situation.
you can, they'll start to spread apart. So instead of trying to go around them, it's better to actually aim for the
Like
center
that
of them.
hip?
And by the time you get there, they will start to move, and there'll be a
The
gap
faster
in
we lose
between them.
the better it is for everyone.
Okay, right here, this private investigator is right on us, so I'm like, all right, Demented, it's just easier to take him out, deal with any kind of footage he may get. And if you lose a little bit of pleasure because he's shooting, that'll be easily made up.
Is that a camera? Oh dear.
See right there, instead of trying to get around him, if you head for the center of the blockage, you will most likely find a
I
gap to
picked this move
sneak
up
through
in a
him.
Viet Cong internment camp. Let's get a little rough. Don't let them see us. Those cameras aren't helping the situation.
I also found that the university area is a good
I'd give you
area
a
for doing the
5-star crash
escorts.
rating.
Um,
Now let
4
me show
lanes
you
wasn't
something
my
I
fault.
learned
circle
from
the
Miss
area.
Did
Patty.
something wrong.
I didn't say you could take
and then
that
coming in and
picture.
out of there also have 4 lanes. It's just
I
kind
don't
of an
like where this
easy
is
area to
going.
kind of juke and jive.
Oh dear. Let's see why drifting's all the rage. I love it. Is that a camera?
And if you come up
Oh,
on the
dear.
vans and you just can't shake them, do a power slide and
The
try to
faster
head
we
back in
lose
the other
them,
direction.
The better it is for everyone. This is so much better than sleeping with my dead husband. Bye, sweetie.
Sure, Demented showed that old lady a good time back there. Demented's gonna have his hands full with that husky-sized lady back there.
Okay, so in this scene, I play the nubile princess, and and you play my half-demon bodyguard, who I think is a eunuch, but in actuality is a raging sex addict. They'll never let me in the con if they see this. Ooh, I feel like a member of Impact Cerulean. Be careful not to get cum on my angel wings. This is too tame. I need it rougher. Get rid of them! There are no journalists in feudal Japan! Yes! It's like living in a hentai. They're ruining my scene! I love you, Catman! Somebody needs to get out here now. Cover me up! Cover me up! Oh, I can't be late for anime club. I don't want my parents to see me like this. I'm so embarrassed.
I was totally like, I cannot get in the marker, man. Of course, all the bands and everything start bashing me up. And, I mean, the marker is like right there. I can't get out. Private investigator, fence, the bands.
Get rid of them. There are no journalists in feudal Japan.
I'm trying to push it.
Why didn't you tell me I was falling out of my costume?
Once you hit the marker,
Punish
though,
me.
everything will disappear.
Punish me.
I thought for sure we were going to be toast there.
They're ruining my scene. I release you from your vow, noble warrior. What do
Okay.
you say next time we put you in the
Okay,
sprite
they're
costume?
done. Okay, the video's probably not going to show it, but it unlocks the homie card delivery system, and like I was mentioning, it's one of the first things that will get done in the game. Having a homie delivery of cards vital in this particular game, well, almost all games, but that's levels 1 through 6, red light escorts. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.